this odd balance in that I know that there are just things I cannot say that are inappropriate for a someone who works for the Times to say that I want to say, even on my personal account. You know, and so...
Tell us an example of that.
Thank you so much. I think I'll pass, actually. But thanks. We don't get to actually say everything that's on our mind at all times, though we want to be as honest, as open as we can.
I mean, it is a balance, and sometimes it's a struggle, and sometimes it's a no-brainer. And I think when we first started getting, especially our critics, Eric Wilson, one of our main fashion critics, to tweet, that was the first question that he had. You know, like, what's the tone? You know, and he can be very snarky, but he's very clever in his snarkiness. But finding that balance, and it didn't take him long to find the balance, but you know, that's a legitimate question. And during this past Fashion Week, we actually, well, an editor confessed to me before I came upstairs, I won't name any names, that he deleted some tweets from our party coverage because he felt like they were not appropriate. And so, you know, and I feel like this is the discussion that we're having, you know, throughout the building. And then, you know, my question is, like, even to you and Sasha, our social media editors, that, you know, we want to maintain transparency with our readers. And so going back and deleting tweets, like, that's not, you know, we wouldn't go back and delete a story off of a website, you know what I mean? So, but I get where he was coming from. He felt like we're not going to pick a fight with Kanye, and, you know, like,
think about the deeper issue at play there, deleting tweets. That means that we each have the power to control what we publish. That's different than what the New York Times has had historically, which is the power of one printing press or a few people.
Exactly.
Reality is we're never going to go back to that. We're all going to get comfortable being the ones that can publish, and it's going to be a struggle, but we're going to gradually move in that direction.
Having a bad day, I reconsider.
I'm sorry, that was inappropriate.
So forget what I said completely. I think that would be a great tweet.
We have to err on the side of personality. You know, we cannot err on the side of fear. One of the best things the Times has done in the last few years is had a hands-off policy toward Twitter. People screw up once in a while, but that's okay. We should screw up because we've got to push the boundaries of what we can get away with. We have to be able to experiment with these platforms. And I hope other news organizations learn from the Times that we can be, that you can be hands-off and it can be okay. The world's not going to fall apart. I find whenever I have that moment of, should I post this, I try to post it. I try to do whatever I can to justify posting it. Once every 6 months, me and my editor will have a come to Jesus moment, slap me on the wrist, and that's good because we need to have that, and then we'll get back to tweeting. But we've got to kind of keep pressing up against the boundaries because we will win in the long term as we give our personalities a little bit. I think for me, just as how I do it, I think about the time of day. To me, the time of day is paramount. If it's midnight, I'm going to tweet about karaoke and Justin Bieber and what movie I'm seeing. I'm not going to do that at 4 in the afternoon, though. You know, I'm not going to do that in what I would consider prime time, you know, for my audience, which is the work day. But, well, you know, over the weekend or at midnight, I'm going to do it. So for me, it's about thinking about it as a broadcast platform. You know, what am I putting out, what time of day?